So you've got a dream for your business. Maybe it's 3, 5 years out. Maybe it's even 10. But here's the question. Does your vision actually make sense? Part of creating a vision is understanding how many employees you're going to need to generate the revenue that you're projecting. And if your estimated labor expense is too great a percentage of your net revenue, you're never going to build a business. You're going to build a money pit. And worse, if your team doesn't know where you're going, where you want to end up, you might be hiring the wrong people for the ride, and you will never create the business that you're dreaming of. In this video, I'll show you how to create a business vision that you can actually achieve, and then I'll help you validate that vision using an organizational chart and a simple salary estimator. Plus, I'm going to explain why your mission, purpose, and values, they're not just fluff. They're tools for hiring, training, managing, and building a business that can scale. If you don't know me, my name's Michael Mills. I'm the founder of Business Design Corporation and the creator of the TouchStone business system, a software platform that helps you build a business that runs on SOPs, not sweat. I've spent over 20 years helping owners go from SOP chaos to operational independence, and I even ran my own company from the road using SOPs while on an epic adventure, traveling the world with my wife and 14-year-old son for 14 months. So yes, this stuff works. There's a quote from Jim Collins that I love. He says, "You've got to get the right people on the bus." But here's the part most business owners miss. If your bus doesn't have a destination, it doesn't matter who's on it. Your vision is the destination. And if you want people to get excited about the ride, they need to know where you're going. I want to tell you a quick story. A boutique law firm that we were working with had a dream to become a nationwide firm. It was a very big goal. But it was all in the founder's head. Nothing was written down. And as they were growing, one of the steps, they ended up hiring this fantastic employee. She was really consequential to the firm. She'd come from a nationwide firm, and she brought tons of experience. We'll call her Judy. Fast forward 18 months, they're about to launch their second office. They celebrate the launch, and they finally share that this is their first step on their nationwide journey. Judy quits. And the owner, he's stunned. He kind of says, "Judy, why are you leaving?" And she says, "Well, I had no idea you wanted to build a nationwide firm. I left that kind of a job on purpose. I wanted to be part of a small boutique practice." So that's the power of vision, or rather the cost of not sharing your vision. So creating a vision. Step number 1, you've got to get it written down. Your vision is made up of 3 things: mission, purpose, and values. Mission, this is your big, hairy, audacious goal. The hard numbers: revenue, profit, locations, number of locations, clients, number of clients served, number of employees, and more. It is the numbers of the business goal. Think of it as the brains, your head. Purpose, this is your why. What gets you out of bed in the morning? What does this business matter to you? Why did you start it? Think of this as the passion, your heart. And finally, values. What do you hold sacred? What behaviors are non-negotiable in your company? These aren't just nice ideas. Your mission guides strategy, your purpose connects with people, and your values become a management tool. In my company, for example, one of our core values is do the right thing. Whenever there's an issue or a question we're needing to know the answer to or the path forward, we always ask, what's the right thing to do? And the answer never fails us. That's how we do things here. All of our employees are aware of this. It's part of our culture. So your values enable you to hold people accountable, not just to results, but to your culture. If you have a TouchStone account, you can access our process for creating the perfect vision from the general process library. If you do not have a TouchStone account, we have created a printable version of that process, and I'll leave a link to it, to that exercise in the description below. So that's step 1. Step 2, map the future org chart. Now we start getting tactical. Once you have your vision, draw your org chart based not on where you're at right today, right now, but where you want to be, say, 3 years from now, or however deep your vision goes, however long your vision goes. How many salespeople will you need? What roles don't even exist in your company yet? This is what we call future first mapping, and I have a video on future first mapping, how to turn your org chart into a strategic weapon and escape SOP chaos. I will also leave a link to that video in the description below. So step number 1 is vision. Step number 2 is org chart. Step number 3, validate with the Employee Expense Estimator. Here's where it gets real. Every box on your org chart represents a person and a salary. So we use a simple spreadsheet called the Employee Expense Estimator to answer a big question. Can you afford your future? Here's how it works. List every position from your org chart, estimate the number of people required to fill each of those roles, assign a reasonable salary cap for each of those roles, and then total up your labor cost. Enter your projected revenue. The tool will calculate what percentage of gross revenue goes to payroll. If your labor expense is too great a percentage of your revenue, well, there's something about your vision that doesn't make sense. Either you've got too many people, or you're paying them too much, or you're not charging enough for your products or services. So you'll need to rethink roles, you'll need to rethink the number of employees, or you're going to need to rethink your pricing. If your labor expense is a small percentage of your gross revenue, you might have room to hire more employees. You might have room to pay higher salaries or make a bigger profit. This isn't theoretical, it's math. It's how you pressure test your vision. If you're a TouchStone user, again, we've built this into the software. Go to the general process library. There's a process there called the salary and hourly bonus policy. And you can download that, and the Employee Expense Estimator tool is part of that process. If you're not a TouchStone user yet, I've linked a free version of the tool below. You can also try our free easy org chart application to map your vision right now. So some final thoughts. Vision without a plan, it's just a fantasy. But vision plus structure plus validation, that's how you build a process-dependent business. Use your mission, purpose, and values to align your team. Build your future org chart to guide your growth, and validate it with real numbers. So I hope this was all helpful. If you need some help with this, reach out. We love this stuff. And remember, if creating your training manual has been a pain-ual, try TouchStone, the easy path to operational independence.